Hey there friends, it's Vanessa from Vanessa Jordan Photography. Welcome back to my channel where I teach you graphic design skills to excel your business. Today we are having another episode of the website challenge. So I'm diving into the blog portion of these websites to see how easy it is to be able to plan posts. Do I have to go to a whole nother place to actually make the posts? And how easy would it be to edit it and organize it as normally blogs would be, and how searchable they'll be able to be. So without further ado, let's jump on into it. All right, so we are back at our Squarespace site, as we all know and love. And just by my own self, because I know that I use Squarespace with a blog, I'm just gonna kind of walk you through how blogs typically work on Squarespace. So let's go into this blog, and each template kind of makes them a little bit differently. So with Squarespace, what's really great is that you can plan them ahead. So if I were to go into, so we have all of these, and even down the road, I can edit them as need be. So let's say I add a new one and call it Beach Adventure. And sure. And then we can go to draft and say scheduled. And then we can click and schedule a different day. So let's schedule it for next Saturday. And boom, it's scheduled. And it could be all written and all set up, and it'll be perfect and ready to go. So that's the really cool thing about Squarespace, and that's what I really love. And you can add different tags that can be searched within your blog. And there's different ones that you can go between them. So that's really cool, and it makes it super simple. And it looks like, so let's go into the rejuvenation and renewal, and let's just add a picture for the heck of it. We're just gonna add one at the top. Wow, they really choreographed this. So you can add different spacers to make things like double-sided or two-columned, however you really need to. It could be really edited to your needs. So let's just add an image that we have here. Let's do this guy. And I'm just kind of testing this so you can see how it is really simple. So you can edit, not only can you edit your website here, and anything you change is just boom, it's already done, it's already live. Kind of same thing for your blog posts. So let's say you had something announcing a giveaway or something that's very time sensitive in a blog post, then you can go in and change it when it's over and no longer applicable. So let's see if we can there. Perfect. And some of these have other options. So yeah, you can add a thumbnail image. That's what I typically do, because then it draws attention to that particular post. Now let's see if I can find that again. All right. Found that. And you can change the different URL. You can change the excerpt of how much will be seen when before someone were to click on that blog post. As well as you can connect your different social media platforms, so when it goes live, it does share automatically, which is super great. And also, if things are located in a different location, like if you have a restaurant and it's a blog post based on a particular space, you can add your location as well, which that's really cool. And here's the area of adding your social media accounts and just selecting which ones you want. All right, so we'll save and kind of see what that does for us. Okay, so that one doesn't do anything because some of these different templates, their blogs are set up differently. And I mean, oh, okay. Oh, because that didn't upload correctly. Why didn't that upload? It's a JPEG. Not everything's perfect. As much as I love Squarespace, not everything's perfect. And so we're gonna try to see why it's not. We're unable to process your file. Okay, cool. All right, sometimes they just need a minute because it's there on the side, but it's not in here. Well, that's interesting. But what's also great is that you can have drafts. So let's say you give like a temporary password to someone who like works for you and writes a blog post for you, and then you can keep the drafts in there, or you can mark them to a review. So then you can, like, if you have different collaborators that make content for you for your site, you can have that there as well, and then you can categorize by just scheduled. So that's really cool about Squarespace, and I know this pretty well. And you can add different tags. So if we go into like this one, you can add different tags that would be searched in different categories, which then could be searched as well. So there's that. So now let's jump over to Wix and see how well and user-friendly that is. So we're back on our Wix site, and we don't have a blog on here. So let's see if we can add one. And if I remember correctly, we can, yeah, you can just add it to our pages menu. So, no, that's not what I want. I don't want that like that. Yes. I believe it is under blog. Here we go. So then we say add to site. And then it'll configure and add it to our site. And then great. Let's get started. Let's see if I can remember correctly. Okay, and so I know from what I remember, Wix has, like, their templates are different too. Each template has like kind of a different format, but it's very easy to change it. And you can also make categories as well. And if I remember correctly, let's just do a test post, beach adventure. You can post settings. Okay, so then you can set ahead. So that's new, because I remember, or not. Okay, maybe I am wrong, or I am right, that you can't schedule ahead. So that's something to think about, that on the Wix sites, you can't schedule ahead like you can for Squarespace. And I believe Show It you can schedule ahead because it is a WordPress site. So that's kind of annoying. So really, if you had, if you just blog like during the day or like within the moment, then I guess this would be okay for you. But yeah, that kind of sucks. That's not cool. Especially with those business owners, we want to schedule things ahead so then we can have more time for our lives. Wow, okay. Because I kind of remember that, but at the same time, I'm like, then why was I okay? That's probably why I didn't blog as much back then. Wow, okay, cool. Yeah. And then you can go to your different categories. But wow, that's really weird. Okay. All right, so now let's go to Show It and see how easy that is. So if I remember correctly, yeah, you go to this Oh, and then you can change it. So then how do you add content? How do you add new content? That doesn't just go here. Oh, that's how to get to that particular post. So how do I add? How do I go to the actual blog? Is there a separate thing? What? How? Okay, because that's the excerpt. How do I get to the page where I can read more? Oh, okay, so this is editing like the styles of all the posts, which that's kind of nice. But I mean, with Wix and Squarespace, that would already be set up for you. And it would be set up with all of your branding already. So to go in to edit this specifically, I don't know how much I like that. How do I, okay, do I just drag that there? No, okay, that doesn't work. We're learning, everyone, we're learning. How do I get to the actual blog? Wow, that's really frustrating that it wouldn't just be right here. Hold a moment. Let's see if I can figure this out. Okay, so I learned. And at this moment, I cannot stage a blog through Showit. I would have to publish this and get a, like when I'm ready to launch the site, the team will create a blog for me. And then it's a separate site that I need to go to in addition to a different site. So there's a site to edit everything on the site, and then there's the site to add blog posts to the blog. So it's two separate things. That's really quite annoying to have those things separate, and you wouldn't want to just have it all in one place to figure that stuff out. You know what I mean? Like that's it seems kind of backwards to me. And I really haven't used a WordPress blog. If you would really like me to show, kind of dive into it and see if I can give some insight on a WordPress blog, and if that would be something you want to see, let me know down below and I will do my best to dive in for that for you. But wow, yeah, okay. So right off the bat, we learned that for Showit, you can edit like the homepage of the blog, and you can edit how exactly each blog is laid out, like each post. But to edit the posts themselves, you have to be ready to publish, and they'll create this kind of back end for your blog to then schedule things and write the posts. So that's two things you'll need to keep track of, which I think is a little confusing. Whereas then in Wix, you don't have that, it's all in one space, but you can't plan posts ahead, which that is kind of annoying. And then on Squarespace, it's all in one place and you can plan things ahead. So there are the things that you can kind of think about. And I feel that it's helpful. This one's a little more helpful. So that's kind of really the dive in on the blog posts. Y'all kind of know how to write blog posts, and the design can really be up to you. If you really want me to dive in on Squarespace blogs, because I have done a lot of those and how those are laid out, I can definitely do that for you. Wix kind of works the same way, but I can do a full sample post as well if that's something you really want to see. And as for Showit, for that blog post or blog, because that's WordPress, I can totally dive into that and explore that with you if that's what you want to see. So let me know if any of those sound really good, sound like good ideas to you. And yeah, and let me know which website you like so far. I know we kind of dived into that last time. You kind of got to see the homepage and kind of that overview. So this is kind of where we're going to wrap things up. I'm not going to dive into each page individually, but this is more to see how similar all these different platforms can be, and kind of see like how each one worked and if it was user friendly. So in next video, we are going to be circling back and kind of talking over all the different points and kind of seeing, I'm going to give you all the information that I have and what I learned, and you can decide for yourself which one really fits best for you, and then we'll get the final tally on which website was your guys' favorite. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you head to the link in the description to join the Makers of Designers Club. If you don't know what that is my education Facebook group, which is kind of the next step off of this YouTube channel. After every video goes live, we talk about it. I can help answer any further questions, and it's a great way to share your content, your designs, and different things that you need help on in your business. And there's going to be people there to collectively help each other to grow and become better designers. So make sure you check that out. It's super, super great, and it's growing so fast, and I'm so super excited. So you can follow me on Instagram at Vanessa Jordan Photo, and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can see more graphic design skill tutorials and other graphic design related things that I can share with you. So until next time, bye guys.